I had always trusted my wife, Melissa. We had been married for 7 years, sharing a home, building a life, and raising 2 children together. I believed our marriage was strong, resilient, and founded on honesty. But that illusion shattered one seemingly ordinary evening, revealing a betrayal I never imagined. It was a Friday night, and we had invited my sister, Claire, over for dinner. We hadn't seen her in weeks, and I wanted it to be a pleasant evening, filled with laughter, conversation, and family warmth. Melissa had been unusually quiet that day, distracted by her phone, which I attributed to work emails or texts. I didn't think much of it at the time. As we sat down for dinner, the phone rang. Melissa glanced at it, a flicker of hesitation crossing her face. She excused herself, saying, "It's important. I'll be right back." I nodded, assuming it was a work call, and returned my attention to Claire. But then I noticed her lingering near the kitchen doorway, trying not to seem obvious. I realized she was overhearing the conversation Melissa was having on the phone. Her expression changed from curiosity to shock, her eyes widening as she listened. I initially didn't hear anything, but Claire's reaction made me uneasy. After a few minutes, Melissa returned to the table, her demeanor slightly different, tensed, distracted, almost defensive. I sensed that something was wrong, though I couldn't yet pinpoint it. After dinner, when the dishes were cleared and the kids were in bed, Claire pulled me aside. "I need to tell you something," she said quietly, glancing around to ensure Melissa wasn't listening. My stomach tightened, a sense of foreboding settling over me. "What is it?" I asked, my voice cautious. Claire took a deep breath. "When Melissa took that call, I overheard part of it. She was talking to another man, someone she's been seeing secretly. She made plans to meet him later this week." "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to listen. But you need to know." The words hit me like a punch to the chest. Betrayal, disbelief, anger, and heartbreak collided inside me. I couldn't process it immediately. My mind raced through the evidence, trying to reconcile the Melissa I knew with the woman Claire described. I confronted Melissa the next morning, my heart heavy with dread and fury. "Melissa," I began, voice trembling but firm, "I need the truth. Claire overheard your call last night. Who were you talking to? And what were the plans you made at?" First, she tried to deflect, laughing nervously and claiming it was a misunderstanding. "You're overreacting," she said. "It was just a friend from work. There's nothing going on." I didn't believe her. I could see the flicker of guilt in her eyes, the hesitation in her voice. I pressed further, laying out what Claire had heard, emphasizing the inconsistencies and the secrecy. "Melissa, I need honesty. If there's nothing wrong, then tell me clearly. Don't hide behind excuses." Her composure finally broke. Tears welled up, and she admitted everything. She had been seeing another man for several months, carefully hiding it from me while maintaining a facade of normalcy. She explained, clumsily, that she felt neglected, that the relationship was exciting, and that she hadn't meant to hurt me. Her words, however, could not undo the betrayal. The revelation left me reeling. I felt a mixture of anger, humiliation, and profound sadness. The trust that had formed the foundation of our marriage was shattered. I struggled to comprehend how she could maintain a double life so close to home, so brazenly. While we shared the same bed and the same life, I spent the next few days processing the information. I didn't react impulsively. Instead, I focused on gathering facts, understanding timelines, and confronting my emotions. Claire's role was pivotal. Without her overhearing the call, the betrayal might have remained hidden for much longer. Her honesty gave me clarity and an anchor in the storm of deception. Eventually, I confronted Melissa again, this time with evidence, messages, emails. and other details that confirmed her infidelity. She attempted to justify herself, claiming loneliness and unmet emotional needs, but the facts were undeniable. I realized that reconciliation would require not only trust, but a willingness on her part to fully acknowledge and rectify the betrayal, something she was not prepared to do. I made a difficult decision. I filed for divorce, recognizing that the foundation of our marriage had been irreparably damaged. The betrayal was too deep, and the deception too entrenched for trust to be restored. I focused on protecting my emotional well-being and the stability of our children, refusing to allow anger, manipulation, or guilt to dictate my actions. The aftermath was emotionally taxing. Melissa expressed remorse, pleaded for forgiveness, and attempted to negotiate reconciliation. I remained steadfast, understanding that her choices had consequences and that the path forward required clarity, boundaries, and accountability. Friends and family offered support, reminding me that betrayal is not a reflection of my worth, but of the other person's choices. Over time, I rebuilt my life. Therapy helped me process the emotional trauma, regain self-confidence, and reestablish boundaries in relationships. I learned to recognize signs of deceit, trust my instincts, and prioritize honesty in all interactions. The experience, while painful, became a catalyst for personal growth and empowerment. Melissa's choices had consequences. She lost the marriage she had taken for granted, faced social scrutiny, and confronted the reality that betrayal has tangible, irreversible repercussions. The call at dinner, once trivial and seemingly mundane, became the pivotal moment that revealed the truth. Her attempts to conceal the affair crumbled under the weight of evidence, and the observant presence of my sister. Reflecting on the ordeal, I recognized several lessons. First, betrayal can be subtle, often hidden behind everyday routines and ordinary interactions. Second, vigilance, honesty, and careful observation are essential in uncovering the truth. Third, confronting betrayal with clarity, evidence, and emotional control preserves dignity and ensures accountability. Months later, I am stronger, more self-aware, and more attuned to the dynamics of trust and deception. I have rebuilt relationships based on transparency, respect, and mutual accountability. The experience taught me that betrayal, though devastating, can catalyze resilience, clarity, and empowerment when approached with honesty, courage, and decisiveness. The story also underscores the role of bystanders in uncovering truth. My sister's accidental discovery of the phone call was the catalyst that revealed the betrayal, illustrating that even small, seemingly inconsequential observations can have profound consequences. Her honesty provided the clarity I needed to confront reality and take decisive action. Ultimately, the ordeal reaffirmed a timeless truth: trust, once violated, cannot be ignored. Standing firm, seeking truth, and confronting deception decisively are essential for self-respect and emotional well-being. The dinner phone call, once an ordinary moment, became the turning point that exposed betrayal, clarified reality, and initiated a process of personal growth, accountability, and empowerment. In the end, Melissa's choices, the call she took, and the betrayal she attempted to conceal became the instruments of exposure. My sister's honesty, my resolve, and my commitment to integrity ensured that deception could not prevail. What began as a simple dinner transformed into a pivotal moment of truth, a moment that reshaped my understanding of trust, betrayal, and the boundaries necessary to protect oneself in the face of duplicity.